Bill.
Well, good night.
Frank O'Leary, I'm ashamed of you.
Oh, you mean you want to look next?
Leave Pat alone. Now that Bill's a nice boy.
How do we know? Have we ever met him? You know, they've said goodnight 87 times. Why didn't she bring him in?
If I remember correctly, about 25 years ago, my father had to come out on our porch and drag us in.
That's right.
Frank.
Oh, excuse me. I just came out to see if there was any mail.
Oh, Dad. This is Bill Kendall.
How are you, Mr. O'Leary?
Fine. Glad to meet you, son. Very glad.
Was there any mail, Frank? Oh, Pat, I didn't know that you...
Mother, this is Bill.
Evening, Mrs. O'Leary.
Hello, Bill. Won't you both come in?
Well, sure, if it's not too
No,
late.
thanks, Mother. We'll stay out here. Bill will be going home in a minute, and I'll be right in.
Oh. Well, I hope to see you again. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, how do you like that?
Just as if she didn't want to bring him in the house.
She don't.
What did you say, Joey?
I said she don't, on account of this room.
Well, what's wrong with this room?
Oh, it's dull, drab, colorless, archaic. In fact, it's from hunger.
Is that what your sister said, Joey?
No, Dad, it's not what I said. Not those words. And I've really been meaning to talk to you about it, but you won't be angry.
Well, of course not, dear.
Well, this room, I mean, you're swell, modern, up-to-date parents. But the place we live in would never show it. And it's all unnecessary.
Is that so?
How, dear? For instance?
For instance, excuse me, Dad, this mantelpiece. It was great 30 years ago, but now it belongs in a museum. And this window, with a window cornice and the right drape, it would be just lovely. And the piano, well... Get up, Joey.
Get up, Joey.
Look at this ugly old sofa. Just think what some new upholstery would do for it. And this ghastly rug. We certainly need a new one.
Redecorating's a job for an expert.
Yes, and what about the actual work that has to be done? I suppose that isn't expensive.
Not if you do a lot of it yourself. And we could, as a family. I think even Joey would help.
You want to make a bet?
Oh, you. Dad, it wouldn't be nearly as expensive as you think. Let me show you something. I saw an ad in the magazine and sent in for this. It tells all about colors and how to match them. And what's even better for us, look at this.
What is it?
You better sit down.
Every time I sit in that chair, it costs me money.
It's a questionnaire. We fill it in and send it to this Clara Dudley. And she sends suggestions of materials for drapes and slip covers and even paint and wallpaper.
Why, that's practically what a decorator would do.
Yeah, and wouldn't that cost a lot?
It costs only $1.
Come on, let's fill it out.
Oh, Dad, it'll be just perfect to have this room, one we can all be proud of, for parties and...
And Bill?
When Pat O'Leary's questionnaire arrives at my workshop, I make a preliminary analysis of the decorating problems involved. This is for the guidance of our staff of experts in working out color scheme recommendations for the O'Leary living room. In each case, we start our decoration from the floor up. The O'Learys gave us a lot of helpful information when they filled out their questionnaire. Among other preferences, they indicated they would like a green rug. From the many samples of our rugs in the workshop, we select one we feel will be exactly right for their room and budget. Using a sample of the rug selected for the base, an exciting color scheme for the whole room is worked out with the help of the color discs you see here on the wall of the workshop. From here on, it's a simple step to turn these colors into actual materials. In selecting materials, not only color alone, but texture, pattern, and expense are all carefully considered to keep our recommendations in line with the O'Leary budget. Meanwhile, in another part of our workshop, skilled designers are analyzing the specific features of the O'Leary's room and drawing a detailed chart to show how their furniture should be placed to best advantage. Each portfolio that we prepare contains recommendations for the rugs, drapery and upholstery materials, and paint colors or wallpaper samples. We paste a little label on each piece of material which shows the name of the manufacturer to aid Pat and her mother when they do their shopping. Now our part of the job is over. It's up to the O'Learys to carry on.
Mother, it's here, from Clara Dudley.
A short time later, the O'Leary family gathers at a local department store.
Yep, fine. Mother?
I'm delighted. It's lovely. And the way the materials match our new rug is just wonderful. Oh, Pat, I've something to show you.
What's the total on the bill now? Say, that's all right. We saved nearly $10 on the budget.
Just what I thought. $10.
You can't win.
You're still ahead. Since you took the floor plan rug, you get the $1 back that you sent in with the questionnaire.
Say, that's great.
Look, Dad, $1.
Well, at least I made the budget.
Now the family's decorating job begins. Pat goes to work on the fireplace mantel. Dad takes down the old drapes, so Mother and Pat can get the measurements for the new ones. With everyone pitching in, redecorating can be a lot of fun, and it's amazing what a new shade can do for an old lamp. Work even improves Joey's reading habits, at least for the time being.
It's them. It's Bill's car.
Frank, will you keep away from that window?
Sometime I wonder who's the juvenile in this family.
The folks are still up. Would you like to come in?
Gee, you mean I can?
Why not?
Get set.
Hi, everybody.
Good evening.
Well, Pat, what a surprise.
Gosh, what a beautiful place you have here.
Well, thanks, Bill.
Yeah, thanks, son. Sit down. Come over and sit down.
Well, Frank, it's time we went upstairs. After all, you've got to be at work early in the morning.
Oh, I do? Oh, yeah, that's right, I do. Well, good night, kids.
Good night, Mr. O'Leary. Good night, Mrs. O'Leary.
Joey, come to bed.
Okay, okay.
Good night.
Good night, Bill.
Good night, Joey. Hi.
Hi yourself.
You know, this is swell. I don't see why you never invited me in here before.
You don't?
Pat? Did you hear me? I don't know why you never invited me in here before.
I don't either. I can't even imagine a reason.